Larry, it has been a tumultuous yet utterly riveting 2018 NFL season, and it all comes to a close here tonight as we welcome you to Super Bowl 53 from 2-year-old Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And past the 30. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Still going. And able to. He's brought down. Give him 16 yards there. A Tennessee first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And some room to roam now. And he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's got the connect. 6 there on first.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
This is Ajayi. There, he's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubber.
And some room to maneuver. And, he is flat on his back at the 23. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got room. And he slides 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. To the sideline, and that's going to have the first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line. You can make a move. There is none there for him.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he's in. Same touchdown. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke at about the 37-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end. It looks like right at the 50. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
Now Wilson. Open man right side is Ingram. And he gets 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did.
Ojai hit. He lost the football. And they have possession, and they have
the psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He gets it complete to Anquan Bolden. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot run. Orleans. Anquan Bolden, 62 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits? Wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he's going to be taken of this first quarter as they take over here 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script. Scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now it's Wilson. And lost it away, but that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. There. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you know that makes some adjustments.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Stop shy of the... Nice little move on the play, though. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And some space here. He won't go down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to... 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On the give, this is Lynch. And now running right through it. And he's able to get it.
Who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And taking it to the down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league.
Sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your head. Reception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up. Incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here. Fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They run again with a jive. And he'll get it up here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On first down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 27-yard line. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Wilson, and his throw. And Ingram, the tight end, and it's 3rd and 4.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And the Saints play. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen, and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Todd Gurley in the offense. They get set and trot back out there now. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
Things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first. Maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on. And then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down. Territory across the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw, it's Mahomes. They set up the screen to Lynch. And he gets it down to the for the second down play. We'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On second down, here's Mahomes. He's got that one complete to Eddie Roy. Now at the 24. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Down New Orleans. And Quan Bolden in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish. Changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squid kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13.
Forward. The Titans just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And some room to work. And what a yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Third quarter starts with a run from Lynch. And very little to the 49.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation.
Get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the 6. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? They've been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he'll work his 28. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it. Here's Lynch, and he'll take this down. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run for it. Lynch, and he is not gained. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, might get radio silence back.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
On second down, Langford. And they back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And able to pick 7. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's a jump. Nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And that play will midfield at the 49. The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he complete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
Goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown! Marshawn Lynch, 74 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start the 30. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. But you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough.
Somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Wilson. They set up the screen to Ajayi. Ajayi's going to go. The 20. Territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes the matchup advantage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. This time Langford. And able to put 6 yards on the pickup. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes. Just saw the linebacker make that play.
Roberto Aguayo now for the point after. He's got it to. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought 4-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. A whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They run again on 1st down, Lynch. They find some open field here. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown. Lynch, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for in the lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a good return. 36. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now they're going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 11 more on that one, and another first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game. The leading receiver.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And that one brings up 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Ajayi. And he will. Ajayi taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. The point after now for Aguayo. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in this. They got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Ajayi. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. He slipped right by him. Couldn't get him.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal. Well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he's got some space here. You're right at the 30. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3. You're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Here's a give to Lynch. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is in Orleans. Marshawn Lynch with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's all capped off by a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the... He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays. And they are going to... Another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start the 30. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look. Everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now Wilson on second down. And this one caught by Coates. Hard. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks.
He's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Drops it off to Ajayi. Here. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw again is Wilson. And that's in. Seconds left. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Oh, wait. being called seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Here's Johnny Hecker now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.